A clear towards the middle of the field, picked up by the Buffaloes. That's number 3, Taylor Hatmaker, with the interception. It's going to be a bodying foul on Dalton State. It'll be number 26, Sammy Joy, to send it back in play. This is the Buffaloes' first game at home this year. Kicks to the middle of the field, and it's intercepted by Dalton State. Milligan defenders cut it off, pushing it up towards the right side. Some difficult defending there by Dalton State. It goes out of bounds on the right-hand side. It'll be a Milligan throw-in. It's sent to the middle of the field, intercepted one more time. Sydney Bailey passes it on the left-hand side from Milligan. And it's thwarted away by Dalton State defenders. That was number 20, Dharma Fabush from Milligan, working on the ball. Ended up being a Dalton State foul. It'll be Sammy Joy one more time to send it back in play from the left-hand side of the field. Looking for a cross here. And she goes straight for the goal, and it's right into the hands of Dalton State's goalie. Ball sent right over the referee's head, taken by Milligan. Taylor Hatmaker trying to get it cleared away for the Buffs. Neither team really taking possession of the ball at this point. Several deflections both ways. Milligan keeps it on the right side of the field. Sloppy turnover there that time by Milligan. Sydney Bailey with the interception for Milligan, number 7. Sporting her bright green shoes. It's a nice lead pass to the left side for Dharma Fabush from Sydney Bailey, but it's thwarted again by Dalton State defenders. Sydney Bailey one more time on the left side. She sends it to the middle. Now it's going to be a cross pass across the field to the right-hand side. It's Brittany Davis going up the sideline, and it's knocked out of bounds. Shot on goal is deflected. Shot one more time, but it's saved by Dalton State's Esmara Holmes from Silver Springs, Maryland. Dalton State now bringing it up the right-hand side, sending it back to the middle. Trying to squeeze it between two Milligan defenders, but was unsuccessful. Milligan with the interception. Back to Bailey. Across the field, picked off by Dalton State. Bailey takes it back one more time. Ahead to Sammy Joy, and it's kicked out of bounds. It'll be a Milligan Buff ball. It'll be Sydney Bailey to throw it in. She gets it into number 10, Amy Long. Long bringing it up the middle of the field. The lead pass was for number 16, Becca Kundolf. It was too hard. It was cut off by the goalie. Nice header that time by Madison Thomas of Milligan from Gatlinburg, Tennessee. Dalton State keeping it in the rear part of the field, sending it to the right-hand side now. An excellent lead pass for number 7, Alejandra Salasis. Across, pass right in front of the goal, cut off by Milligan defenders. And it's sent back out of bounds on the left-hand side. It'll be a Dalton State throw-in. It'll be a lead pass to the right side to number 2. Nice little give and go there, but she was called offsides. It'll be a Milligan ball. It'll be Charlotte Stevens to clear it for Milligan to send it back in play. It looks as if Milligan likes to go to the left side here with Sydney Bailey and Sammy Joy leading the way. Bailey trying to clear it now for Milligan. Both teams trying to keep it in play. Nice footwork that time by Carrie Harrison of Milligan. Taking it all the way down to the edge of the field, and it will be a corner kick for Milligan from the left-hand side. It'll be Carrie Harrison to put it in play. Not a lot of height on either team for cross opportunities. It's a good one all the way across the field. No contact was made for either an offender or a defender. This ball's still in play, though, and the shot by Milligan is off goal. It'll be thrown back out by Dalton State's goalie. A very quick advance here by Dalton State up the left-hand side, but it's thwarted away by Maddie Thomas of Milligan. It's thrown in by Dalton State. Keeping it towards the midfield. Midfield is getting a lot of action on both teams this time. The lead pass is a little too hard. It's cut off by Maddie Thomas once again, and she clears it out of bounds. The ball is regained by Milligan. Kicked out of bounds once more. It'll be Dalton State ball. Lots of fans starting to pour in now, filling the stands on both sides. Milligan brings it up the middle of the field. Dharma leaving it for Carrie Harrison. She passes it to the right side, giving it off to the striker, Brittany Davis, from Plainfield, Indiana. And it's taken back by Dalton State, sent to the middle of the field. Cross pass is headed away by Sydney Bailey. Turns into a nice lead pass to her buddy Dharma working the sidelines. That's Becca Cundiff controlling the ball in the front midfield by Milligan. Brittany Davis working hard against that Dalton State defender. The defender got the better of her that time, knocking it out of bounds. Cundiff leaves it for Davis, who crosses it back to the middle of the field, and it's taken away by Dalton State once again. Milligan does seem to have the speed advantage on this Dalton State team. They seem to be able to get it down towards the goal rather easily. It'll be a nice lead pass for Dharma, but she can't quite catch up to it. That'll be Dalton State's throw-in. Ball's taken back by Dharma on the left-hand side. She takes a shot, and it's short, right into the chest of the Dalton State goalie. It is sent to the middle of the field. Both teams working to gain possession. Milligan controls, and they send it to the right side with Maddie Thomas. She works the sidelines, looking for the lead pass. She gives it a bit too hard. It'll be taken by Dalton State. Looking for the right place to make the kick in. Right to the middle of the field, and it's taken by Taylor Hatmaker of Milligan. Taken back by Dalton State. Going right up the middle of the field, slicing the Milligan defense. That pass was just off target, out of bounds on the right-hand side. It'll be Milligan's throw in. Number 7, Sydney Bailey, to put it in play. She gives it to Dharma. Drops it off to Amy Long in the center field. Send it to number 6, Amy Oliveira. It's taken back by Dalton State. A nice over-the-head lead pass to the striker, but she sails it about 3 feet over the goal. Good look that time by Dalton State. Nice breakaway. Wasn't able to convert. Milligan might have got away with one there. Was there a deflection on the play? I believe there was. It's going to be a corner kick for Dalton State. Right to the middle of the field, and no offenders were able to get the head on it. Carrie Harrison out front battling for position. Amy Olvera heads it to Dharma Labish. Dalton State with an advance now. Nice give and go. Working the right-hand side. And it's kicked out of bounds by number 26, Sammy Joy of Milligan. It'll be number 2 for Dalton State to throw it in. A little miscue there. Ball straight back out of bounds. Now it is Milligan's turn to throw it in. Sydney Bailey. She gets it into Dharma, gets it right back. Crosses it to midfield, looking for Harrison. But it's taken away by Dalton State. It'll be Amy Long kicking it back to the goalie, Charlotte Stevens, to put it in the middle of the field. Milligan looking to attack here. Dalton State likes to go up the sidelines. They've had success with that early in this game. That's where they have it, right in front of the scores table. Pass to the middle of the field. Ooh, a little bit of contact there. Both teams playing hard. Was number 10, Rosie Lindo, calling for the ball from Dalton State, but she did not receive it. Would have been a good look there towards the middle of the field. She gives it to her teammate, number 2. That's Dharma crossing it across the field to Amy Olvera. Olvera brings it up the middle of the field, takes it all the way across to the right-hand side to Davis, and she couldn't quite stop it. Bad bounce that time, looked like. Davis a little upset with herself on that last miscue. That'll be a holding foul on, I believe, number 26, Sammy Joy of Milligan. That'll be a free kick, Dalton State, from about 40 yards out. It's number 10, Rosie Lindo, put it in play. She goes straight for the goal. A good look, but an excellent stop by goalie Charlotte Stevens. She sends it out to Dharma Labush. Going up the middle of the field. Drops it off to Cundiff. A nice give and go to Amy Long, and Amy Long with the breakaway. She might have been expecting contact that time. There was contact. Shot off goal to the right-hand side. No foul was called. It'll be a goal kick for Dalton State. Olvera with the interception. With a good-looking lead pass to Cundiff, but she wasn't quite able to get her foot on it. It's taken by Dalton State's goalie. Holmes to throw it back in bounds. Back in play, rather, excuse me. Hatmaker with the interception for Milligan. Keeping it on the right-hand side of the field. Shot on goal, not quite hard enough. Charlene Stevens was able to stop it about 10 yards out of the goal. Stevens now to goal kick it. What a foot she has, the lefty. Nice clear. Controlled by Dalton State, though. And it'll be a sideline out of bounds throw in for Maddie Thomas of Milligan. Dalton State steals it one more time. Sent right to the hands of the feet of Sydney Bailey at Milligan. Good looking lead pass that time by Dalton State to their striker, number 2, whose name I do not have listed. Sydney Bailey working to take it away, and she wins the battle. Trying to keep it away from Dalton State striker. She gives it up to Dharma Labush. Sending it back to the middle of the field with Olvera. Carrie Harrison now with the foot on the ball. She sends it forward to Brittany Davis, but it's stolen in the middle of the air by Dalton State. Midfielders getting plenty of action right now. Ball going back and forth constantly. The ball is kicked back towards Charlotte Stevens, and she clears it towards the middle of the field. It'll be Amy Long with the interception, going down midfield, looking for Cundiff ahead of her. She keeps it all the way, and it's stolen by Dalton State. Just outside the goal box, it's cleared away by Dalton State. It'll be Milligan College throw-in. Bailey gets it into Harrison. That's stolen away by Dalton State. Heading back towards the middle of the field. Ball changing hands often. And Sammy Joy takes it back from Milligan on the left-hand side of the field. Sends it to Olvera in the middle. Looking for Cundiff or Long. Either one of their strikers, or Brittany Davis, who gets the ball on the right side. She gives it back to Thomas, and it's kicked out by Dalton State. Davis gets it into Long, and she takes a shot. Oh, but an excellent diving save by Dalton State. Esmara Holmes. She was going to the opposite side of the goal that time. Looked good from where we were at, but that was a better defensive save by Holmes, the junior from Silver Springs, Maryland. It'll be a corner kick for Milligan. Harrison sends it right towards the goal. An excellent look. Deflected out of bounds by Asmer Holmes of Dalton State. It'll be one more cross kick for Milligan. Harrison sends it a bit too hard that time, right into the hands of Holmes of Dalton State. She gets it to the middle of the field. Dalton State looking for the lead pass there. There was no one home. Charlotte Stevens comes up with this interception. It'll be the lefty's kick to the middle of the field. Kicked around a bit, controlled by Dalton State in the backfield. Dalton State bringing it up the left-hand side. I believe that was Brittany Davis with the excellent footwork that time, ricocheting it off of the striking Dalton State offender. Milligan's throw-in. Olvera bounces off a defender with a good-looking lead pass that didn't quite make it to Dharma. It was a good look that time. She put it just a little bit too hard. It's Dalton State now working in the middle of the field. Headed away by Bailey. Olvera working arm in arm with the Dalton State midfielders. She leaves it now for Dharma on the left-hand side. Back to Olvera, back to Dharma, two-man game going. But it's picked off by Dalton State, keeping it on the left-hand side of the field. It's number 7, Alejandra Salesis. Leaving it for the striker, number 2, whose name has not been revealed. It's a goal kick for Milligan, kicked out of bounds that time by Dalton State. With 21 minutes left, ticking away in our first half, the score remains at 0-0. I'd like to give a quick shout out to our production team this evening. We have Daniel Peacock running things, as the producer does. We got Whitney Carter on camera number 1, and we also have Michael Kelly on camera number 2. And I'm your commentary team, Seth Hilbert, on the mic. Milligan controls the ball now in the midfield, working towards the Dalton State goal. Amy Long's got it. Trying to get it around the defender, can't quite do it. It's intercepted by Dalton State. Dalton State looking for the lead pass, and it's a good one. But it's picked off by Sammy Joy. Nice speed that time by Joy to get to that ball. She kicks it out wide to Maddie Thomas. Looking for Davis on the outside near midfield. She leaves it for Long, who's beat there by a Dalton State defender. Little bit of a collision there. No whistle by the ref. And it'll be out of bounds once again for Milligan's throw-in. Carrie Harrison near midfield. She leaves it for Davis. A little bit of a confusion there. Eventually called offsides. Hold up. Yes, it was an offsides call. Almost looked to be like an out-of-bounds call. You could see the confusion by the Dalton State defenders. They thought that offsides was going to be called much sooner. The ref actually waited till Davis got up to the ball. That's why it looked so peculiar right then. Dalton State has it towards the middle of the field. Looking to cut inside that Milligan defense. Have not been able to do it thus far. Good looking run going down the left side this time. Dalton State defenders, ooh, can't quite connect that time. Excuse me, offenders cannot quite connect that time. It's a clear by Sammy Joy towards the middle of the field. It's Becca Cundiff, Milligan's forward, working near midfield. Looks like she lost the battle, though. It'll be Dalton State's free kick. It's out of bounds, Milligan ball. Ref holding up play. Gives Sydney Bailey the green light. It's headed back towards midfield by Dalton State. Carrie Harrison controlling it, send it to Olvera in the middle of the field. Both players trying to work past the defense. In for the Buffs is number 5, Rebecca Buchanan, the senior from Knoxville, Tennessee, working as a forward now. It'll be Holmes for Dalton State to send it back into play. Directing traffic from the goal box. She decides to pick it up and drop kick it right into the feet of Carrie Harrison of Milligan. Buchanan defending. She gets double teamed and loses it. Olvera right back to Carrie Harrison, Milligan ball. Harrison leaving it for Dharma. It's a foot race, and she's beat there by the Dalton State defender, number 7, Alejandra Salasis. It's Harrison throwing it into Bailey. Bailey looking for Olvera in the middle of the field. It's a cross by Olvera to Maddie Thomas. She has to run it down. Not a pinpoint pass that time by Olvera. Thomas, one of the tallest Milligan players, standing at 5'11". Thomas sends it into the middle of the field, right towards the goalie, and it's picked up by Holmes. It's a shot on goal. Score still sits at 0-0 with about 2/3 of our half ticked away. Taylor Hatmaker running it down from Milligan. Charlotte Stevens gets her hand on it, sending it out to Olvera, back to Joy, back to Olvera, 2-man game working strong. Keeping it in the middle of the field. Harrison looking for a through ball, gets cut off. Thomas keeps it on the outside, sending it to Davis. And it's taken away by Dalton State, right on the sideline. Dalton State really likes to keep it in the middle of the field. Very rarely do they go to the edge. Milligan, it seems, has gone to the edge almost every time. It's cut off by Harrison on the left side. Sends it to Dharma. She crosses it right back to the middle to Buchanan. Buchanan trying to get it all the way across the field. She gets it taken away by Dalton State. It's a nice clear that time by the Roadrunner defenders, not allowing Milligan to penetrate their defense. It's Harrison and Buchanan working the middle of the field. Back to Sammy Joy. Joy trying to advance her teammates. Pass a little bit too hard that time to the center of the goalie's box. It'll be Holmes to goal kick it. She gets it away. High arcing kick. Buchanan controls it for Milligan. Intercepted, however, by the Roadrunners. Number 10, Rosie Lindo, working on Milligan defense. Maddie Thomas picks it off for Milligan, going back towards the middle of the field. Carrie Harrison with a nice maneuver. Ball just barely gets away from her, however. It's Dalton State with the ball on the right-hand side of the field. Cut off by Dharma of Milligan. Sends it back to Buchanan in the middle of the field. She's met by a defender. Davis looking to work the far side. She crosses it to the middle of the field. A good look for both teams. Looking for a foul. I believe that was an offsides call. Yes, it was. In a weird series of events, lots of ricochets off both teams ended up being offsides. Unfortunate break for Milligan. They had it right in the teeth of the Dalton State defense. Holmes to free kick it. It's taken by Bailey of Milligan. She tries to get to the middle of the field. It's taken back away by the Roadrunners. Little defense of her own there. Nice tough defending by Sydney Bailey. Olvera looking to work the middle of the field. Thomas gets it to Davis on the right side. To Amy Long. And the lead pass a bit too strong. It'll be a Roadrunner throw in. Looking for someone to get it into. That'll be a Roadrunner free kick. A little bit of contact. Body to body that time by Milligan. Ref didn't like it. Blew the whistle. It's Lindo for the Roadrunners, bringing it up the middle. Gets it off to number 5, Allie Hoxie. Back to Lindo. She sends the through ball all the way to the far side. Number 14, Diana Heitzen. It's cleared away by Milligan. It'll be a near side throw in by Dalton State. Not very far from the goal. Nice lead pass. Won by the striker of Dalton State. A good look. Better defense by Milligan that time. Excellent sliding tackle by combined Taylor Hatmaker and Sammy Joy to stop that very, very close shot taken by Dalton State. Dalton State now with the ball in the middle of the field, but they lose it. Buchanan and Olvera working for Milligan. Also in the game now is number 18, Allison McMillan, a freshman from Salem, Virginia for the Buffaloes. Bailey trying to get the ball back to the Milligan side. And it comes into McMillan's hands. Working the two-man game with Long. Long can't quite get it back to her. Olvera now for Milligan with the ball in the middle of the field. Maddie Thomas looking for someone to get it to. Not a lot of runs being made by Milligan here in this first half. It's cleared away by Esmara Holmes for Dalton State. Controlled by the Roadrunners in the middle of the field. Lindo now, giving it to number 8, Alondra Celis. Olvera comes up with the ball in the middle of the field, looking to get it to the right-hand side. Hatmaker working the sidelines along with Thomas and Davis. Olvera gets it back to Joy for Milligan. An excellent lead pass to Dharma Labush on the side, but she was called for offsides. She must have been barely in front of the defender at that time. Very, very close. Hard to see from my angle, but looked very close to being a clean play that time. Look, unfortunate break for Milligan. Will be a pause in the contest now. I believe there might be a shoulder cramp of some sort by a Dalton State defender. Looks to be stretching it out. Asmara Holmes, the goal kick it. As soon as she gets the go-ahead from the referee. She gets it in play on the near side. It's number 14, Diana Heitzen. Now it's number 8, Alondra Celis, working for the Roadrunners. But it's stolen away by McMillan, and she can't quite control it. She loses it out of bounds. It'll be Dalton State's throw in. Diana Heitzen to throw it in for the Roadrunners. She gets it in and pops it over the head right into the Milligan defenders. Buchanan controlling it for Milligan, getting it to Olvera, leaving it for Davis on the right-hand side. Back to Long. Long with some footwork there. Didn't quite work out. Lost it to Dalton State. Out of bounds. Milligan's throw-in. Maddie Thomas sends it to the middle of the field. Picked up by Dharma Labush, but she loses it. Buchanan still working for it. And it's Lindo for Dalton State who comes up with it, heading back towards midfield. Brittany Davis steals it away and loses it out of bounds. It'll be a Roadrunner throw-in. So substitution now for the Dalton State Roadrunners. It's Alejandra Celis going out for number 23, Maria Vasquez. It's going to be a free kick for Dalton State on the far side of the field. It's not a very good kick left for Dharma of Milligan. She gives it right back. Dalton State working the left side of the field. Pushed it out in front of her a little bit too far that time, the Dalton State. It's Milligan's ball thrown into Buchanan. She's double teamed, lost it, but taken right back by Sydney Bailey of Milligan. Bailey gets it to Olvera in the middle of the field. It's Vasquez. Lindo looking for Vasquez on the far side, but she is outran that time by Sydney Bailey, Milligan defender. She gets it to Dharma on the left-hand side. Teammates calling for a cross from Bailey, but she's got her hands full with trying to ward off Vasquez that time. McMillan clears it, gets it to Long in center field. Long running seemingly unopposed. Leaves it for Buchanan just a bit hard. It'll be taken back by Dalton State, sent to Holmes for a goal kick. Dalton State continually working that left-hand side. Taken back by Milligan. It's Olvera near midfield. McMillan looking to swap sides of the field. She gets it to Dharma. Been working hard on the left side. Lindo from Dalton State cuts it off. Gives it to Vasquez. Towards the middle of the field, taken away by Hatmaker of Milligan. Little number 3, she is so quick. A lead pass looks like it's right into the hands of Dalton State, and then there she is. Hatmaker takes it away. Milligan still has the ball midfield. Bailey with it on the left-hand side. Looking to get it to Dharma. She's covered up. It's kicked out of bounds. It'll be a Milligan College throw-in with 2 minutes to go in our first half. Score still 0-0. It's a goal kick for Dalton State. Number 14, Diana Heitzen, throwing it in for Dalton State. Taken away by McMillan. Buchanan now with it. Looking to get that lead pass. That infamous lead pass that has not been able to be executed thus far by Milligan. It's one more goal kick by Holmes. Controlled by Dalton State. Hatmaker working on it. And it's cleared out of bounds by Thomas with 1 minute to go in the half. Both teams playing with a little bit more urgency now than they were in the early going. It's a booming lead pass by Amy Long, not quite connected that time. Stolen away by Dalton State goalie Holmes. Bailey and Labish working on the left-hand side. Labish with a little space. One-on-one on the outside, and she loses that battle. Lost it, but Sydney Bailey took it back. Labish has it right in the corner. And it'll just be a bunch of kicking it around to close the final few seconds of this half. And we end that first half with no goals on either side. Both teams looking to make some adjustments on both sides that half, offensively and defensively. We'll be right back after a few words from our friends.
Every day we must challenge ourselves. What can we do better? How can we improve? Because customer satisfaction is today and tomorrow. That's the Johnson City way. Johnson City Honda, Johnson City.
Burger lovers at Milligan College, get ready for an exceptional experience. Burger Bar, located in the Doubletree by Hilton Hotel in Johnson City, is open and proudly supporting the Milligan Buffaloes. You are able to get creative and customize your burger 1,000 different ways, and also enjoy great appetizers, salads, main courses, and desserts. There's even a delicious meat-free substitute. The savory, mouth-watering portobello mushroom burger option allows vegetarians to join the fun. If you're looking for the ultimate sweet fix, our milkshakes are to die for. Join us today at Burger Bar, located at the Doubletree by Hilton, and check out our website, whereburgersrule.com. Whether you are visiting your Milligan College student, attending an alumni event, or reuniting with Milligan College friends, there's only one hotel choice that fully backs Milligan College: the Doubletree by Hilton Johnson City. Located in the heart of Johnson City but only 8 miles from the Milligan campus, the Doubletree by Hilton Johnson City offers a special Milligan College rate, warm cookies, and a good night's rest for its guests. At the Doubletree by Hilton, the little things mean everything.
Every day we must challenge ourselves. What can we do better? How can we improve? Because customer satisfaction is today and tomorrow. That's the Johnson City way. Johnson City Honda, Johnson City.
Since 1866, Milligan has proclaimed that Christian education is the hope of the world. This legacy lives on because of our dedication to scholarship, community, faith. For us, scholarship is a commitment to academic excellence as we seek to honor God by educating men and women to be servant leaders. It's a caring and well-respected faculty.
Together, everyone achieves more. And our team at Johnson City Honda works together every day to bring our customers a great way to buy a Honda. That's the Johnson City way. Johnson City Honda, Johnson City. The Tri-Cities has a sense of community like no other, and building a strong community has always been the Johnson City way. Johnson City Honda, Johnson City.
Burger lovers at Milligan College, get ready for an exceptional experience. Burger Bar, located in the Doubletree by Hilton Hotel in Johnson City, is open and proudly supporting the Milligan Buffalo. You are able to get creative and customize your burger 1,000 different ways, and also enjoy great appetizers, salads, main courses, and desserts. There's even a delicious meat-free substitute. The savory, mouth-watering portobello mushroom burger option allows vegetarians to join the fun. If you're looking for the ultimate sweet fix, our milkshakes are to die for. Join us today at Burger Bar, located at the Doubletree by Hilton, and check out our website, whereburgersrule.com. Whether you are visiting your Milligan College student, attending an alumni event, or reuniting with Milligan College friends, there's only one hotel choice that fully backs Milligan College: the Doubletree by Hilton Johnson City. Located in the heart of Johnson City but only 8 miles from the Milligan campus, the Doubletree by Hilton Johnson City offers a special Milligan College rate, warm cookies, and a good night's rest for its guests. At the Doubletree by Hilton, the little things mean everything.
Every day, we must challenge ourselves. What can we do better? How can we improve? Because customer satisfaction is today and tomorrow. That's the Johnson City way. Johnson City Honda, Johnson City.
Welcome back to our live stream of Milligan College and Dalton State women's soccer game. Getting ready for the second half underway. It's turned into a gorgeous night here at Milligan College, Tennessee. Perfect soccer conditions. We'll see if these two teams can unknot the score here at 0-0. It's going to be Dalton State to get us underway. Milligan had the kick last. Milligan's got the ball now. Forwards have changed sides. Maddie Thomas and Brittany Davis are now closest to us. Cundiff gets a good look right at the goal. Oh! An excellent stop that time by, Holmes of Dalton State. Right in front of us this time. Cundiff had a nice breakaway. Took a right-footed shot with a defender on her hip, but wasn't quite able to squeak it past the goalie. It's a corner kick now for Carrie Harrison. She puts it right in front of the goal. Goalie's out of position, but she gets her hands on it. Another missed opportunity there by the Buffs. Olvera was missing a few inches on that play. Goalie was standing right over top of her, ready to grab the ball as she was ready to head it. Unfortunate series of events right there for Milligan. Ball's in midfield, being played by number 24, Jacqueline Tapia of Dalton State. Dalton State keeping it in the middle of the field, pushing it to the near side. Lindo with the footwork here, crossing it to the far side of the goal. It's cut off by Bailey that time, who's now on our far side. Charlotte Stevens coming out to pick up the ball for the Buffs. Leading it out for Thomas. Working the near side. She hands it off to Holly Kegley. Gives it right back to Davis, looking for Cundiff up the field. That'll be Cundiff called for the foul that time. A little bit too handsy up top. She looks a bit stronger than the Dalton State defenders. She got called for hands that time. Kegley called that time for a foul. Tripping up number 5, Allie Hoaxie of Dalton State. Dalton State has it in the middle of the field, working two-man game. Lindo trying to ward off Olvera of Milligan. And it's sent to the front, to the far side of the field, in Milligan territory for Dalton State. Excellent stop that time by Charlotte Stevens. Right into her chest. There was a Dalton State forward there for the rebound, but Charlotte Stevens was able to corral it and fall on it, not allow a second chance opportunity. Olvera now with it, kicking it back to Long. Gets it to Harrison on the far side. And it's out of bounds. Milligan Buff ball. Dalton State now with it in Milligan territory. Lindo takes a long shot on goal, but is stopped by Charlotte Stevens. She had to get on her toes for that one. It's going to be a corner kick for Dalton State. Milligan covering both ends of the goal, trying to prevent a header. Milligan gets their head on it, but it's ricocheted right into the hands of number 5, Allie Hoaxie, and she sends a shot on goal, but it's stopped by Charlotte Stevens, and Stevens sends it back to the middle of the field to our forward, Cundiff. She sends the lead ball to the far side, but it is stopped by Dalton State, and they're going the other way with it. It's going to be a deflection, and it'll be Milligan ball on the far side. Possession changing hands, excellent defending both ways. Bailey trying to stay in front of the Dalton State forward. Olvera comes over to help. Shot from about 30 yards away is no good by Dalton State. That'll be a goal kick for Milligan. Charlotte Stevens sends it to the middle of the field, headed the other direction by Dalton State, and it's number 13, Brittany Jensen, who comes up with it. And it's a shot right into the left corner of the goal. An excellent 20-yard strike by Dalton State's forward. Can't quite see her number from here. She was on the right-hand side and took a mean hit at the ball to the left side of the net. Bounced it in. Dalton State now leads 1-0. Davis going down the far side, the near side, crossing it back to the middle. Gets it behind her teammates. They have to stop and go the opposite direction. Carrie Harrison's shot sails over the goal. Left-footed from about 25 yards out. It'll be a goal kick for Holmes. Ball is clear by Dalton State. They get into the teeth of the Milligan defense, but that pass sent just too hard for the Dalton State forward. Charlotte Stevens gets her hands on it, looking for someone to get it to. The lefty sends it right to the middle of the field, and it's ricochets, but ends up being a good bounce for Cundiff here. She has to stop on a dime, however, and winds up losing it. It's thrown right back into Cundiff. Gets it to Olvera in the middle of the field. She runs into a wall of defenders and gives it right back to Labush on the opposite side. Milligan's going to be called for offsides once again. I believe that's the third offsides penalty for Milligan. Forwards lining up just behind the defenders on that play. If you're just joining us, it is the Dalton State Roadrunners leading the Milligan Buffaloes by 1 with just about 10 minutes elapsed in our second half. Ball is controlled by Dalton State in the middle of the field. Sent to the near side. Not quite controlled by number 22, Jordan Bernard of Dalton State. It'll be Sydney Bailey of Milligan to throw it in. She gets it into Cundiff. Cundiff crosses. Not quite hard enough of a cross, though. It's thwarted away by the goalkeeper of Dalton State. But it'll be Milligan ball on the far sideline. Milligan defenders controlling the ball. Hatmaker now with it. Gets it to Bailey on the near side. She gives it to Davis with a little give and go action. Bailey back with it. Gets it to Olvera. Olvera looking for Cundiff in the middle of the field. It's cut off by Dalton State. The ball is led to the far side for Dharma. She gets a good look at the goal. Tries to lead Cundiff into it, and it's taken away by Dalton State. May have been a poor choice there by Labush on the opposite side. She had a strike at the goal, and she chose to give it up. Milligan still working with it, though, on the near side. Davis crosses it. It's a good one, but Cundiff cannot control it. It's going to be a goal kick for Dalton State here with 33 minutes left in our half. Kick is taken by Carrie Harrison in the middle of the field. Leaving it for Olvera with no defenders in sight. Olvera here again in the same situation. Looking for that through ball, but it's cut off. Lindo now for Dalton State controlling it in the midfield. Goes far side with it. Being ridden by Lawbush hard. Excellent defending. Taken away by Long. Left for Dharma on the far side. Trying to get it to Cundiff. But it's headed away by Dalton State. And it'll be out of bounds. Dalton State inbound. As they lead 1-0 on the Milligan Buffs home field. Olvera with the ball now, heading towards midfield. Gets it to Long. Quick burst of speed, but she can't quite keep up with it. Dalton State has it now. Ball's kicked back to number 22, Nancy Paz of Dalton State. Trying to get it to Lindo there, but it's intercepted by Milligan. Lawbush with an excellent through ball. Cundiff gets it, but she doesn't quite get a look at it before the goalie comes out to it. Nice instincts that time by Holmes. She saw that breakaway happening and cut it right off. It's another good look for Milligan. A slide tackle was ineffective by Dalton State. Lawbush keeps going, crosses it to Cundiff, and the header is too soft. Gives Holmes a chance to get under it and conceal it. She's now letting all her defenders move back up the field before she sends it away with the goal kick. It's a high arcing kick headed by Milligan and controlled by Brittany Davis of Milligan. It'll be a foul on Brittany Davis. Olvera with it. Hatmaker now sends it to the far side. Cut off by Amy Long. She clears it. Amy Long with it. Leaving it for Cundiff in the forward part of the field, excuse me. Cundiff working on the defenders. Doesn't quite get it where she wants it. It's taken by Dalton State. Dalton State has it in the middle of the field. Several far side runners calling for it. Milligan trying to get it to the near side, and it's out of bounds. Dalton State's throw in. Lots of opportunities both ways so far. Only Dalton State has been able to convert once. Cundiff looking to block it that time. Just squeaked past. Carrie Harrison now. Leaves it for Dharma on the far side. Trying to get it to Cundiff in the middle of the field. It's a give and go, but it's taken back by Dalton State. It's number 13, Brittany Jensen of Dalton State, with a hard line drive right into the head of Taylor Hatmaker, and it's controlled by Sydney Bailey. Little ricochet there. It'll end up being Milligan ball off Dalton State defender's shins. Charlotte Stevens controls the ball in the Milligan College goal box. She boots it to the near side. Amy Long trying to get her head on it. She's unsuccessful. It's number 22, Jordan Bernard of Dalton State, who controls it. Dalton State with it on the far side. Trying to connect the through ball. Sammy Joy is there. But it'll be another excellent play by Dalton State. Right over the head of Charlotte Stevens. That pass was perfect by Dalton State. Exactly where it had to be. And Charlotte came out because she knew she had to try to stop the first attack. But when the defender got up to her, it somehow ricocheted off her leg, and the defender was on the ground, and so Charlotte was already caught between a rock and a hard place. Ended up with a goal right in the middle of the net. It's a good look by Dalton State that time. They now lead 2-0 on Milligan Buffaloes. Sammy Joy has it, gives it back to Stevens. Ooh, it's going to be an injury here on the field. Charlotte Stevens sent a line drive kick to the middle of the field, and Olvera caught one in the face. You know that hurts. I think she took it right to the nose. Probably checking her for broken nose, concussion, things of that nature.
The Tri-Cities has a sense of community like no other, and building a strong community has always been the Johnson City way. Johnson City Honda, Johnson City.
Welcome back. Oliveira's okay. She made it off the field, and she came out momentarily. Davis now has it on the near side, working hard, one man to beat, and it looked like she was looking for a through ball there. Not really sure who she was trying to connect with. Unsuccessful though, and grabbed by Holmes of Dalton State. Ball is controlled by Carrie Harrison in the middle of the field. Still battling. Lindo takes it for Dalton State. Taken away by Amy Long, and she leaves it for Cundiff. And it wasn't there. Cundiff forces Holmes to pick it up. She will await a goal kick. It's controlled by McMillan in midfield. Davis has it, gives it to Cundiff. Couldn't quite control it that time. Cundiff gets it back. Working hard to keep it. Oh, with the cross. Goalie is out of net. And Dharma. She's looking for that opposite side stick in, and she just couldn't quite get it. The goalie lunged forward, fell on the ground. She was out of the net. It was an excellent opportunity to stick it in, and Dharma couldn't quite connect that time. There's 26 minutes remaining now, just under. The goal kick is controlled by Sydney Bailey of Milligan. She gives it back to Hatmaker. Hatmaker trying to get it upfield. It's taken back by Dalton State. Hatmaker takes it once again. Sends it far side to Maddie Thomas, who has switched sides of the field. She's normally down here with Brittany Davis close to us, but she has switched sides. She's now on the far side working with Amy Long. Milligan loses it that time. It's cleared away by Dalton State. Maddie takes it back, and that'll be a handball. Brittany Davis. Looked kind of incidental. The ball just kind of flew right into her hand that time on a bullet from Maddie. It'll be a free kick here for Dalton State, still leading 2-0. Maddie heads it back to the middle of the field. Dalton State controls it. They go far side with it. It's controlled barely by Dalton State, and contact there with Maddie Thomas. Milligan will claim possession of the goal kick. Charlotte Stevens to put it in play. She sends a bullet to midfield. It's controlled by Dalton State's number 22, Jordan Bernard, from Jacksonville, Florida. Ricochets out of bounds. It'll be off Maddie Thomas, Dalton State's inbound. They're working right in front of the Dalton State bench on the far side of the field. Milligan really needs to tighten up their defense here. Allow no penetration here from the Dalton State forwards. Dalton State still with it on the far side, right near the corner of the field. Milligan has it momentarily. McMillan comes away with it. Gets it to Long from Milligan. The speedster going down the side. She tried to leave it for Cundiff there. I think she overestimated the speed at which Cundiff was running, and Holmes will grab it for Dalton State. I've been saying Holmes' name a lot tonight. The junior from Maryland has really controlled the tempo of this game. Bernard with it for Dalton State. Gets it back to Delgado. Milligan almost had that steal right in the backfield. And it's sent right back down to the far side for Dalton State. Advancing in the Milligan defense. Looking for the cross, and she's jammed up by Maddie Thomas. It's cleared away by Milligan, and it'll be Dalton State inbound right at midfield. Ref holding them up. The inbound is right to Maddie Thomas. But she hits it right back to the Dalton State forward. Dalton State with it now, about 40 yards out. Cundiff gets it now to Amy Long. They've got a 3-on-2 situation here. Long trying to outrun the defenders. Ball is flipped up in the air. Law was trying to get her feet on it. Looks like it'll be a hold. Could be a penalty kick here. The crowd very unhappy with this. Yes, it is going to be a PK for Dharma Labush. You cannot do that. You cannot grab a defender who's ran away, a forward who has ran away from you and about to score. So it'll actually be Amy Long taking the penalty kick by Milligan's selection. It'll be about 15 yards away. Long versus Holmes. And it's Butter. Cuts right into the right side of the net. Back of the net by Amy Long. And it puts Milligan on the board with about 20 minutes to go here in the second half. Cutting the deficit from 2-1. I think Holmes guessed there, and she went right. Well, she went to her right, and Long went to her right. So Long went virtually uncontested that time in the penalty kick. So Milligan still trying to even the score here with about 20 minutes to go. Dalton State with the ball in the middle of the field. And the lead pass is too strong, taken away by Milligan. Olvera with it in the middle of the field. Going down all the way to the far corner is Milligan, maintaining control. And it's kicked right back out to midfield by the Dalton State defenders. It's number 24, Jacqueline Tapia with it. She gets it to Libo. Libo's going 1-on-4 in the middle of the field, about 40 yards out. And she kicks it back out to the release man on the far side. Kicked out of bounds. Dalton State ball. Number 17 is on the field now for Milligan, Vanessa Quinones. She's a midfielder, a junior from Apple Valley, Minnesota. Providing some fresh legs in there for the Buffs. It's Dalton State with a corner kick on the very far side, looking to send it into the middle of the field and give their offenders a chance to head the ball. It's short, however. It'll be cleared away, controlled by Dalton State. I believe that is Libo with the ball, looking to make a move, taking her time in no particular hurry. And it's kicked out by Milligan. Dalton State retains possession. The throw-in is off. Never touched anybody. It'll be a Milligan ball. Just over 18 minutes to play in this half. Milligan still trailing 2-1. Dalton State with it in midfield. Sammy Joy intercepts it for Milligan, leaving a very good-looking cross pass to Dalma Labish, but she was not able to corral it in, just a bit too hard. Milligan retains possession, though, after the clear by Jordan Bernard of Dalton State. Amy Olvera with it, gets it to Labish. She gets it in the air, looking for Cundiff. And it is a goal in midfield by Amy Long. Not 5 minutes after the penalty kick, Amy Long comes up with another right net score. Holmes was far out of the net, probably 10 yards away from the front of the net, and Long was able to squeak it right past her with a bullet about 15 yards away, evening the score in there now at 2-2. It's been a game of runs here since halftime. Dalton State scored 2 straight, and then Milligan comes back with 2 of their own. It's all knotted up at 2-2 once again. Dalton State with it now, trying to maintain possession, taken back from by Milligan. Looking for Labish. It's cleared away. Bailey gets it, leaves it for Labish. Fabish. Dharma looking for Cundiff. Did not connect that time. It's cleared away with a high arcing kick by Dalton State. Bailey looking for McMillan. McMillan led Fabish just a bit too much. Dalton State back on the attack. Olvera takes it back from Milligan. And it'll be a Dalton State foul. I believe that's number 24, Jacqueline Tapia. She tried to slide tackle it away from Olvera, but it was a little bit too much. It was illegal. The kick is into Bailey. She goes for it all and misses by about 10 yards to the right-hand side. It'll be a goal kick for Dalton State. Holmes sends it. Bailey gets her foot on it. It's out of bounds. Dharma playing 1-on-2 here, trying to guess the Dalton State passes. Sent out of bounds by Dalton State. Milligan ball. Olvera with some footwork. Gets it back to Hatmaker. Looking for Sammy Joy. And there's Vanessa thwarting it on the opposite side, keeping it in the hands of Milligan, but now it's Vasquez back with it for Dalton State. Cundiff, the forward, all the way back here behind midfield, trying to steal the ball and get it back in the hands of the Buffs. Bailey with the two-hand throw in. It gets past Cundiff. Cundiff has to slow down to avoid running over the Dalton State defender. It's kicked out. Milligan ball. Stolen by number 5, Ali Hoaxie of Dalton State. Olvera comes back with it. Looking for the cross. Right to McMillan in the middle of the field. And it's a goal. A beautiful play that time from Cundiff to McMillan. The cross about 30 yards out. McMillan drove in about 20 yards out and sent it once again to the right side of the net. There's going to be a burn mark through the right side of that net tonight where the ball keeps hitting it. Milligan now with 3 unanswered goals on Dalton State. Let's see if they can maintain this lead and keep their aggression, keep the momentum forward now with just over 13 minutes to go in the game, not accounting for added time. Dalton State here with a good look, but kicked right into the backside of Taylor Hatmaker. Dalton State now with it in the midfield. Looking for Vasquez. Charlotte Stevens comes out. Charlotte left the goal there on a very risky move, but the kick was just to the right of Vasquez on that breakaway, so it's a miss. Charlotte Stevens will now punt it away from Milligan. She sends the line drive to the left-hand side. McMillan skips it over to Dharma Fabish. Dharma's got 3 on 2. Good look right there by McMillan, just not in the right spot. She was looking for Bailey down the near side. Vanessa Quinones clears it for Milligan. Holly Kegley tried to lead Amy Long that time on the far side. Couldn't connect. Just a bit too hard. It'll be a Milligan ball right in front of the Milligan bench. It's Milligan now with another great look right in the teeth of the defense. It's a shot on goal, but it's blocked by the feet of Holmes from about 5 yards out. Very, very, very close attempt that time by Amy Long. Milligan wins the ball back. An excellent through ball to Dharma Fabish on the near side. She's caught up with, though. She gets past the defender, but the backup defender meets her and kicks the ball away. And it'll be out of bounds, Milligan's throw in. McMillan now with it. With an ankle breaker, she sends it right back to the middle of the field. And Holly Kegley can't quite connect on that through ball right to the middle of the field. About the same spot that Amy Long just scored it a second ago. It's about 10 minutes and 40 seconds left in the second half. Milligan's still up 3-2 on a 3-0 run after a 2 quick goal spurt by Dalton State. Both teams really showing signs of fatigue at this point. A lot more walking than there normally would be, but Dalton State still showing a sense of urgency. Feet got tangled up there. McMillan comes away with it as the Dalton State defender goes flying on the ground. Dalton State clears it towards the Milligan goal. Hatmaker with their head on it, but Dalton State comes away with it. It's a good look on the goal here. But it's wide. It was an excellent equalizer opportunity that time by Dalton State. Could not convert. It'll be Charlotte Stevens, the lefty, to boot it to the middle of the field. It's Amy Long with it now. She gets it chopped right out of bounds. Milligan maintains possession. Vanessa throws it in right back to Amy Long. Long working the sideline. That'll be out of bounds. Dalton State ball. Right in front of the scores table. I believe the call was handball on Dalton State. Usually incidental. Sometimes it's not. But in this case, I believe it was. It'll be Milligan's ball. Free kick right in front of the Dalton State bench. Looking for Cundiff there, but it's headed right into the Milligan bench. That's where the throw-in will be. With 8 minutes to play in this second half. Not accounting for added time. It's into Kegley. She's looking for Cundiff. And I believe it'll be an offensive bodying foul on Cundiff. Ball is put back in play by Dalton State. And it's out one more time. Changes hands to Milligan. Dalton State player is down. Slow to get up. She seems okay. Throwing this to McMillan. Trying to get it to Olvera. She can, and it is Libo taking it for Dalton State. They are now on the attack on the far side. Milligan, look, interception right here. Cundiff gets a lead pass over the top to Fawbush. One person to beat. Fawbush gets caught in the corner, and it'll be a throw-in right in the corner for Milligan. But first, there'll be a substitution for the Buffs. I believe that is number 11. Brittany Davis coming in for number 10, Amy Long. Brittany Davis, a Plainfield, Indiana native. Grew up a huge IU and Colts fan. Olvera here with it. It's going to be a player injury timeout. Dalton State's number 21, Serena Delgado. Could be a cramp. Believe it might be the way she's moving her calf. You know, you see that a lot these days with soccer players. Cramps seem to be the number one problem in terms of injuries. Hard to get a lot of breaks to take water breaks in a game of soccer. It's very continuous, so it's easy to understand how players can be cramping up out here. It'll be a free kick for Dalton State. Milligan still leading 3-2 with just over 6 minutes to play again, not accounting for added time. There will probably be between 2 to 3 minutes of added time, especially in a close game like this. That's Olvera very bravely heading the ball after that face injury earlier with the ball to her head. She loses the battle, however, but it's won back by McMillan. And she sends it for Cundiff right in the middle of the field, but Cundiff wasn't quite sure where it was at. And she was beat to it by number 22, Jordan Bernard of Dalton State. Kicked out of bounds. Sydney Bailey to throw it in. She gets it to Fabush. She sends it in the middle. Oh, right to Brittany Davis, but I believe she lost sight of it there because the defender was standing right in her sight of the ball coming towards her. You could tell she didn't see it coming because it was placed pretty well. And if she would have seen it, she would have had it. It's Davis now. I believe that was a handball call on Milligan. Once again, it was incidental. Ball sometimes just flies into the hands of players and they don't mean for it to happen. Dalton State with it now near midfield. It's headed away by Milligan. Back towards midfield. Davis working hard. Dalton State attacking. Sending it in the middle, but it's cut off by Milligan. Vasquez sends it right back to the middle. Libo taking a shot, but she puts it right into the hands of Charlotte Stevens, making another save tonight. The lefty from England. She's a very fun person to talk to if you've ever met her. Has a very different perspective. It's now Hatmaker here on the near side, giving it to Bailey. McMillan controlling it. Buff's taking it slow here, trying to eat up some clock, giving it to Fabush on the far side. Olvera controlling it. Getting it to Sammy Joy in midfield. Dalton State putting it back in midfield. Charlotte putting it right back in midfield. It'll be Holly Kegley with an excellent cross pass to Fabush, who brings it back in the middle of the field. She takes a shot from 30 yards out, but it's right into the hands of Holmes. One of Holmes' many saves tonight. Vasquez keeping it across the field. Milligan trying to keep Dalton State away from their goal box here with 2 minutes to go. Holding on to that 1-goal lead. It's Dalton State with it near midfield. Bernard. And Sydney Bailey with the save out of bounds right here, but she takes a hard spill. She bounces right back up. If you knew Sydney, you know that's how she is. Number 22, Jordan Bernard, trying to make a last push here for Dalton State, but it's cleared away by Sammy Joy, Milligan. Cundiff has it now near midfield. She's looking for the cross to Kegley, but it was just a bit hard. Fabush trying to stay on sides. Davis working down the sideline against Dalton State. Loses the battle. Dalton State comes away with an excellent look. But the push tap by the offender is caught by Charlotte Stevens with another save. She didn't have to work too hard for that one, but a save is a save. She puts it right back in the middle of the field. Cundiff comes up with it. One man to beat. She doesn't do it, though. She has to pass it off. Davis with it. Out of bounds. Dalton State ball. And by our clock, there is 20 seconds remaining in the match. Again, that does not account for added time, assuming there is a few minutes of that. And that'll be an offensive push-off on Dalton State. They will stop the clock right now, making sure. Can't exactly tell which player that is of Milligan, but making sure she's okay. And they're just going to kick it back and forth now to run out the clock, and that'll be a W for the Milligan College women's soccer team tonight as they top Dalton State Roadrunners 3-2 on 3 unanswered goals. Very hard-fought match both ways. Both teams to be commended. And I am Seth Hilbert signing off for the Milligan College Stream team. We will see you next time.